Subscribe to Amcode and ring the notification bell to get the latest content.
Okay, so let's get started with the data warehouse. So here we are going to see what is data warehouse, how it works under the hood and its basic architecture. Then we will see what is data lake, as well as we are going to see all about the lake house, which is nothing but the hybrid of data warehouse as well as the data lakes. So we are going to compare them and decide which one will be the right choice for you. So let's get started with the data warehouse now. So data warehouse are nothing but like a central repository of every business data, which is stored in structured format. So this is a pretty important point here. So it is only able to store the structured data, in which the data is stored in a tabular format, which is row and columns, and this format helps organize to gain the insight. So basically, as you can see in this figure, we will be having like different structured sources. It is not like that data warehouse is only suitable for a single source. It can able to integrate multiple sources, and we can dump those structured data in our data warehouse. So as you can see, we are having like different data coming from CRM system, we have the billing system, ERP, as well as the flat files data, which is also in a structured format. So we can have like a transactional different sources for different each type of transaction, like the general ledger, then we have the account receivable and the payable. So these all transactions could come from different source systems, and it is getting integrated with our data warehouse, and it is getting ingested using the ETL pipeline. So basically we can use different sorts of tools like Scoop, which is like a utility to import data from any of the sources like RDBMS, or as you can see, any of the structured sources, and dump that extract into our data warehouse. So as you can see, this data warehouse, we are using the ETL pipeline to ingest the data and store it into the data warehouse, and data warehouse will be the central repository where all your business data as well as their metadata will get stored, and then many of the tools can integrate with them and consume that data, and then data analysts and data scientists can extract the meaning out of them. So let's talk about the basic architecture on the whiteboard to get you better understanding. So basically the first step will be our source, where the data will be coming at most of the cases batch data. So we will be having batch data having in multiple system. So let's say here we have the account receivables transaction, then we have the account payable transaction, as well as we have like the general ledger transactions. So all sorts of transactions, and we have some few transactions present in some Oracle DB. So here we have like a Oracle DB as well as our source, and this will also be present in any of the relational databases out there. So this data will get combined. So let's say this data gets combined, which means that a certain pipeline will be integrated with all this data and pulls the data from these sources. So here we have some ETL pipeline. So as you already know, this ETL pipeline is nothing but consists of three processes: extract, transform and load. So basically all this will be having some different structured and different data formats. So it will get transformed after extraction and then loaded back. So basically this is ETL pipeline, and this will be our data warehouse. So data warehouse is nothing but the central repository here. So in this cases, all the structured data will be stored and all the metadata will be saved in our data warehouse for further analytics. So further analytics means there could be many sources, like we can have like this, we can call it as a Tableau dashboard. So Tableau is also pretty popular tool here. So Tableau dashboard, also we can have like a Kibana dashboard, also we can have like a Hive table or Hive view to able to get aggregated output or the required output in a structured format, as well as we can have a Power BI dashboard. So all these sources will leverage this stored structured data, and they can able to connect it using the JDBC ODBC connectors. So there are different connectors which are available, which can integrate with these data warehouses, and it totally depends on these vendors like Tableau, Kibana, Hive, as well as Power BI. So all will be having this JDBC ODBC connector, which is nothing but a jar file which you can provide and connect all these sources together to get you the better meaning out of your data. So this is how the data warehouse architecture works under the hood.
So that's it for today. I'll see you in the next lecture.